Cool.
Cool. Very cool. All right, just because I always have to make sure I don't make the mistake or anything. Actually, make sure the recording is going.
Yeah, you don't want to screw that one up.
Not particularly. No, not really. I don't.
Yeah, it's generally kind of a one-time thing. If you don't have the recording going, you really can't go back in time.
I once did a recording where the end result, it came out. This was just a voice. Luckily, it wasn't like I had to do any kind of acting or anything or really get some kind of feeling across. But one of the recordings I did, it came out to 42 minutes or something like that. And so when I record, I can pause recordings and then resume them and all that stuff. And I've been doing it for years. But I got the intro done and I had to pause it real quick because unfortunately the doorbell rang and the package had arrived and I needed to get it. You can probably imagine what I'm about to say, right? I went in, or I went out into the door, I got the package and everything, brought it on the table, came back in, didn't even think about hitting the resume button because I thought I hit the space bar because that's generally what it does. And yeah, I recorded, or I thought I recorded the next half hour of the recording, and I look over at didn't even think to look at my second monitor where the little recording software is going, and I'm like, mother, just had to re-record the whole thing, and I was like, I mean, luckily I had a script at least, so I wasn't like going off just the top of my head or anything, but
yeah,
I don't care how long someone's been doing something or anything with any profession or any side job or anything like that, man, there are just days where you're just like, did I really just do that boneheaded move? Like, did that double check that's just working on my iPad, because I always use my iPad to double check that this is actually working.
That what's actually working?
The stream, like everything's going through and everything like that, typical normal stuff.
Yep.
Looks like it's going through just fine, so should be good to go. Awesome. All right. Cool. All right. Once it goes through, that's all I care about. Alrighty. All right, y'all ready to go? Go and get this conversation going. All right. I think it's safe to say that without any doubt that Expedition 33 is it's an absolute success. Whether it's number of sales, the overwhelmingly positive reviews, players talking about it online and everything, whether or not you think it's actually worth the big hype and everything, you cannot deny that this game has done extremely well for itself, especially from a team. Let me know right now.
It good.
It good. That's a wrap. Call it right there, folks. Video over. Done.
That's it. Done. Wrap. That's it. That's all you need. That's all you need. It's YouTube short right there. Short and sweet. No, it's a good game. I mean, right now, just based on the games that are out now and games that we're expecting to come out future, and how good they're expected to be, I think this is easily going to be a nominee for GOTY. Right now, it's probably Game of the Year for RPG also. I mean, if it's in the nominations, but music, like I said, probably a lock in. It was just a really good game. I really enjoyed it. I think my only real criticism of it is more of a nitpick and some personal bias against things like this. I hate QTs. I hate the parry system. It's fine enough in this game. I'm playing an RPG. I'm not playing DMC. Right? I don't want to have to deal with timings and stuff. But that's the thing I hate against. That's the thing I hate in most RPGs like this. I bitch about this in Mario and Luigi and the Mario RPG series in general. Sea of Stars wasn't too bad about it. I'm trying to think of another game with like parry system or just some sort of timing, and because I don't know, it just feels weird. But the rest of it was great. The storyline was chef's kiss. It was the best. I really, really enjoyed it. And once you finish the end, it kind of makes you think, Jesus, I'm stupid. How did I not see this one coming? It
Yeah,
literally was in my face this whole time.
I'll get into that second. But anyway, continue on. Keep going. Keep going.
But yeah, no, I mean that's pretty much it. Like I really enjoyed it. Certainly probably my favorite game I've played this year. And a Yakuza game came out this year, so I think it's pretty high praise. I love Yakuza.
You are. You're a big Yakuza fan, and so the fact that you came in and you're absolutely loving this game really shows just how good it is. But no, I absolutely 100% agree. Obviously, for those of you who haven't gone through the entire story, make sure you do. But it's funny because I actually started New Game Plus, and I'm playing the entire game now with the Japanese subtitles on because my wife likes to watch, me play the games that we cover here on the channel and everything. But some of the story stuff's a little, complex in terms of what English is being read, and so I want to show her the kanji and everything, and just make sure she can understand it. But going through some of the things that are happening within the story right now, I'm just like, how did I not see this the first time? It was literally slapping me upside the head right in front of my face, and nothing. I'm just like, wow, this really, really shows you right there. But the story was absolutely amazing, regardless of what you take away from it. I know that the developers have come out and said like, no, this is not a story about grief, even though a lot of people definitely take that away from the story that you read. So, but regardless of how you look at the actual story itself and the messaging or anything like that, it's a great story, great voice acting, love the characters and everything. I don't know about you personally, but when I did the ending, spoiler here technically, I sided with Verso, which is, I think, technically considered the good ending. Again, there's room for debate there and talks and whatever side, yada yada. I get that, but I definitely went with Verso. I went with that good ending, and damn, I watched the Mael ending. If you went with Mael, I went on YouTube and I watched it, and I was just like, damn, what?
Yeah,
like that's what she does. Horror. Like,
it's some body horror.
It is. I was just like, oh man, I fell for it. Oh man,
it's crazy because I went with the Mael ending because I just thought she's the GOAT. She's seriously the most OP character in the whole game from like the beginning of the game to the end. Mm-hmm. So I went with that thinking I had to choose definitely my strongest character, and if I had to go one-on-one. For sure.
But you didn't even need her though, because it wasn't even really more of a battle. Like, yeah, you could do a couple moves, but the person across from you was like barely doing any damage to you or anything.
100%. Well, yeah. So I wasn't thinking too hard about it, right? And so, again, you've already made the spoiler alert, but let's just say, and I'll be vague enough. Ben Starr's portrayal of Verso in this section is heart-wrenching.
It is heart-wrenching.
That
like
part, it's like, what? I feel like I done goofed. I should not have picked this. I should not have picked this. And then the actual shows the cutscene of it at the very end of how things play out if you go her route.
Yep.
And it's like, this is only getting worse. Yep. This is only getting worse. It looks like it's going well. If you don't think about it, it's going great. Everyone's happy-go-lucky.
Yep.
And then it's very much not happy-go-lucky anymore when you get to that last scene.
The look on his face when he's going up to play the piano, and you can tell he is trying to fight it. And he just looks over at Mael, and they just stare at each other, no words whatsoever. And then you start to see I think they technically call it a sickness or whatever, where you have like the paint kind of bleeding on the skin. We saw it with her sister. If you fight her in the realm itself, we see it on the paintress. We obviously see it on other characters and everything. And it's just like, oh, damn. She kept saying up until that final moment, she was even telling her dad, I will not let it take me over, all this stuff. And then it does. And you're just like, oh, God. Like, damn, that is just... It hit me hard. It hit me absolutely hard. So, and it's funny though, going back and like, especially like you said, I mean, even at the end of Act 2, but then going back through a New Game Plus, and how it is, showing you that the paintress was technically the good person in terms of trying to save the creations that her son made, the residents of Lumine and everything, where it was the father trying to delete them because he wanted to try and get his wife out of the picture. And it's just like it's just all these moments you're just like, holy crap, like what's going on? Like, damn. So, and can I just say a cool little detail, like, because literally we have a boss battle going on in the background if you're watching this live right now. But Raynor's like final weapon when you're fighting him, the fact that I love the little touch how it looks like a sword for the most part, but then there's a brush on the end. Because guess what? He's a painter, right? So yeah. I love that little detail. I noticed at the moment we started the fight, and obviously it was also part of the Paintress's boss fight that we saw, and it was just like, damn, that's a cool little detail and everything like that. So I definitely love seeing that. But I gotta also quickly talk about the music. The music is just chef's kiss. It is really cool to listen to. You can go find it on YouTube. It's sure it's on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever. But I love listening to it. It's great music for either, falling asleep on the train going home, or just kind of listening was more back. I love listening to it as background music while editing videos and everything. It's just, again, I said this last year with with my personal game of the year RPG, which was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and the music. I said if it doesn't win music at the award show, I riot. And I am saying the exact same thing here for Expedition 33. The music is beyond top level music right here. If this doesn't win, it's rigged. It's recency. I'll throw all the words out: recency bias, rigged, you name it. It is what it is. So I really hope that people get a chance to really listen to the music and everything. Again, they have a playlist up on the official channel of the team that made this game, and there's over, I want to say 100 clips and videos, whether it's in short form, long form. They take a bunch of them and combine them together into a 3-hour video for some of them. It's all there. So I highly recommend you go watch it if you get a chance to. It is, God, it's so great. I know I don't understand what they're saying half the time because, spoiler, it's in French, but I don't care. It sounds cool to listen to. So to anyone who's ever watched, random music videos or Japanese anime openings and all that kind of stuff, and you don't understand 90% of what's happening or what's being said in there, because guess what? History shows that we don't. This is kind of the same thing, but it doesn't matter because it's freaking awesome to listen to, and you need to go listen to it. I think the only thing, and this is my one negative of the game, and it's not necessarily just only Expedition 33 has done this. It's also, I think, tied into simply just gaming in general, especially the last 10 years and just how things are made. But one thing I guess didn't work as well for me. It did in the beginning, but after Act 1, I just personally didn't care about it anymore, was collecting the journals, those diamond holographic journals or whatever from the past expeditions. At the first, I loved learning about the past expeditions and everything. What they did, what they encountered, all that kind of stuff. And I know it even into the end game, it gives you a cool bunch of background information about the story and everything, especially if you go and fight Simon and everything. But I found personally that after Act 1, I just did not care. I just didn't. I was full on focused, and maybe this is part of the design. I was full on focused on the main story going on. Again, learning about who Mael actually is, Verso, the other characters and everything like that, Lune, Ciel, all that. I love those. I love all those characters. So, props to them for making me focus solely on the main characters. But I also liked learning a little bit about the world and the other expeditions and everything. But after Act 1, I didn't care. I don't know. Maybe I'm in the minority here. Lemon, you'll have to let me know. But I just, anytime I collected it, beforehand, I would actually let the whole thing play out and listen to it. But after Act 1, I was just skip. I want to keep playing. That's all it was.
Well, so was it because you just didn't care, or that you just really want to get back to the game?
I think it was a combination of both. Part of it was, yes, I just want to get back to the game. I want to keep doing this, especially when you're in Act 2. You're learning about Verso and everything, who he is. This kind of, this trust, non-trust thing. You're getting into the relationship with the characters if you're going to talk to them one-on-one. But at the same time, I just did not care about the other expeditions, especially when you figure out that, yeah, you can give a little bit of backstory, but you kind of already know. Paintress, is sad her son is dead. Other painter comes in to try and get her out. They fight. They kill a bunch of people, and even though they're not really people, they're just paintings and all that kind of stuff. So, again, really super over, easy explanation right there. There's obviously a little bit more to that, but I did not care about the past expeditions after that moment in the story. What about you? Did you let them continue to play out, or?
I think I sometimes did, sometimes didn't, and it just comes down to whether or not I'm like locked in when to burn through some battles or get to a boss or get to a certain area or something. And so other times I just was like, I'll let it ride. I'll listen to this. And I think it's just, I mean, I understand why they did. They need to, you know, fill in its expositions to fill in the backstory of the games, funny things. Like there was one expedition where it was just, they thought they have to be pretty much rocking like 6-packs, full on biceps, like really muscly.
I think I vaguely
people.
remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and like they're gonna just kind of run right into it. That was one of, because it's just fun exposition. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of, it's filling out the world, but it does kind of take away from a bit of the plot. Like you're really locked in. You just want to keep playing. You want to see what happens to your main characters. Yeah, you're not really all that invested. You really don't care about the backstory of all this stuff. This is more stuff for like those theory people who make those like hour-long videos I love to watch on YouTube about recaps and backstories of games. Yeah, it's for them, not for me.
Absolutely, yeah. But again, it kind of shows that I actually did care about the past expeditions. I think it's one of those things of knowing what you know now compared to what you learned later on. Because again, up until the moment you start playing this game and through all the marketing and everything, we all thought these are real people. These are past expeditions. We need, you know, what are they going to teach us to help us fill in the gaps for the story and finally take down the evil painters and everything? Come to find out, they're nothing compared to the actual story of this game and everything. So it's just, you know, it's one of those things. So,
yeah, and you touched on it a bit earlier. It's just, that's a lot of games have things like that. I just played through in Platinum Doom Dark Age, and they had things like that, like codex pages, and I'm playing Doom to kill demons. Like the codex page is cool. I looked at one of them, so it might just be a gaming trope. But I did enjoy listening to some of them. But yeah, I'm kind of like you. I just sorry. All right, cool, got it, skipped it. I'm out.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me go to the next battle.
But I love. It's funny though, because I wasn't a big fan of those, but I loved going and taking on some of the, especially in Act 3, going and taking on some of the side bosses and everything, because those actually gave me more stories with Verso, and there was one with Lune's parents and everything. If you want to get her level 3 gradient move, you learn about her parents and her expedition and everything, which was really cool. Fighting Clair, you know, Mael's sister, you know, from their world and everything. That was really cool to see. The fact that her mother painted over her to basically force her to make the Nevrons and everything. But it also turns out that Claire is also really powerful herself, and she's able to paint over some of the creations from her mother, but we have to fight her to technically free her. And then especially if you go and fight Simon, you find out how Simon's connected with Claire. And it's just like, oh, like that kind of stuff I loved. I mean, heck, even the simple side little snake boss that's floating up in the sky that you've probably seen since the beginning of Act 1, basically, when you go and fight and take him on, and if you defeat him, Verso just makes this little comment. He's like, oh, I finally took down that effing snake right there. You know, I'm tired of dealing with him. You know, he ate me once. So I loved doing stuff like that. But yeah, the little like library, you know, random cliff notes, whatever. Didn't particularly care about those myself. So, but again, that's literally, I mean, aside from, yeah, maybe you could nitpick a few, you know, timing things in terms of the parry windows. You could, you know, there's definitely some obviously pop in when it came to the map world and everything when you're flying around on SK. But overall, absolutely loved him. And I have to say, he's not my favorite character, but he's definitely my top 3. Francois. I absolutely love that rock turtle. I don't care what anyone says. He is awesome, especially when he goes, "How dare you!" Rah! And he just makes this roar, and everyone's just kind of standing like looking at him like, okay, I guess we got to fight you. And then he literally has one of the most
strongest ice move.
Yeah, and he has the strongest ice move, which will literally one-shot you that early in the game. So this is the most hilarious thing. I give them absolute props. Easily top 3 character, not even joking about that. So
oh, for sure. No, when it did that, I thought it was gonna be a joke, so I didn't parry it, and I regret that decision. Easy mode, it wrecks you.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, oh crap, that just happened. Like I think he targeted what did I have? Lune. Yeah, he took down Lune first. And I was just like, just took out my healer. What the F, man?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's pretty strong.
he
It
was
turns
definitely
out
pretty strong. So, and then you
pretty
eventually,
strong.
and then you eventually go back, and then you give him like a little rock that's supposed to look like him because you need one of the other rocks for SK and everything. And it's just like,
Mhm.
I was kind of hoping we would have gotten like a second updated battle, type of thing. That would have been pretty cool. But yeah, it is what it
DLC.
is. So I was definitely all for it. So, but I do need to ask before we wrap this all up, though, who were your, out of all the characters in the game, real or not real, who were your top 3 characters?
Top 3.
Yeah, top 3. Give me your top 3 game.
Eskia
Mhm.
is number 1. I love that guy. Francois is pretty cool. I'd probably go number 2. Probably go Verso or CL.
Versus, yeah.
Tie for third. I like them both as characters. I think they're interesting.
Yeah.
I
I liked,
I'd probably go those.
I mean, I think just like you, for the most part, like all characters, great voice acting, great character, great stories and
For sure.
everything. I think in
Great
terms of
voice
my
acting.
top 3, Francois again was my number 3. I'm not even joking about that. Tied for second, and I know it's kind of a cop out, but tied for second is either going to be Lune or Mael, I would personally say for that. I know a lot of people probably don't pay too much attention to Lune, especially later on, as she's kind of just acting like your typical leader. She's strong head focused on just one thing, basically. And a lot of that comes from when you do the side talks when you're at camp and everything, and you go and talk with the characters. There's a lot of relationship building there, which I get why it's there in that particular moment, but I do feel like a little bit of it is probably missed by a lot of people who don't do the relationship stuff, or even know that if you do end up talking
100%,
to
yeah.
the characters on the side, and this is not going up to the fire, by the way, and saying talk with other characters and then sleep. Like, you have to actually go up to the character and talk to them. And then after a few lines, it says, do you wish to talk to them more? And if you say yes, there is a ton of relationship building there for all the characters. And I feel like a lot of people are probably missing out on that. So that's why I really like some of the stuff that we learn about Lune later on, especially when we get to see what happened to her family, or her parents, I should say, with their expedition. But then my favorite characters, I would have to say, is going to be CL. And I love, it's funny, I love CL's relationship with Verso, and I love Verso as a character, but I love the relationship between those two characters, especially when you get up into their higher ranks of their relationship.
I was gonna say that was like when you get to, I think it was like 2 or 3. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Mhm.
no.
Yeah.
That was an unexpected gut punch. I think it was before the end of Act 2. It's unlocked, and I did that. I'm like, oh, Jesus, that's dark.
Yeah, and then
Ooh.
you find out later on what how SK kind of went into it and everything.
Exactly. Yep. It's dark.
Yeah,
Not
and
good.
then even if you get up to the level 6, it's either 6 or 7 is the max relationship level you can get with everybody. But it then starts to make sense when at the end of the final boss battle, where Verso sees, technically his mother, through the painting or whatever. And Ciel's the one who goes up and comforts him. And, it's not like they're trying to push them together, do all this, they're going to become a couple or anything like that. Because I know some people always like to do shipping stuff or whatever. But, but again, it's something you learn when you delve into the relationship through the campfires and you talk and everything, where we know in the end nothing is going to happen, but they still deeply care about each other. And I just love the communication they have and the stuff that we learn about about them and everything. And she's there with him till the end, regardless of what ending you pick. Obviously, it's a little dark if you pick Mael at the very end, but up until that moment, like, she's there for Verso to comfort him, knowing who he is, what he is, and everything. And I absolutely love that. So, unfortunately, a lot of people are going to miss out on that. So if you're watching this, I highly recommend booting up an old save file. If you're on New Game Plus, take time to do the campfire relationship stuff. And again, it's not going up to the campfire and simply saying check up on others. It's going up to the characters themselves and actually talking to them, and then letting the cutscenes play out. You learn a lot about all the characters, which is really cool. Highly recommend it. So
And don't go just to your party members. Also, like SK,
Oh yeah. You talk. Yeah, talk to everyone.
also.
SK, even the again all your party members and everything. You just go talk to them all. It's 100% worth it. And some of them even then open up new quests for you to go do, and then after that you can go back to camp and you can talk to them even more. And again, you're unlocking those gradient moves, which are super powerful and really helpful for endgame fights. You're learning just again more about the characters and everything, and it's absolutely 100% worth it. So 100% recommend doing it. So yeah. So if you can't tell though,
show.
Huh?
It's a faux show. You got to. It's because the game doesn't tell you to do this stuff, and it's a bit of a bummer because a lot of the character building is there, not in the main story, which is a bummer. It really does. Like CL and Lune, really, if you don't do those, are not gonna get fleshed out. Full stop. They just need people.
And I've seen it online where a lot of people are like, yeah, they're cool, they look cool, I love the moves and everything, but the characters are kind of just bland or whatever. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, go do the relationship stuff. Like it's all right there. But again, you're right. They don't tell you, about just like even a quick mention. To my knowledge, they don't mention doing that stuff, which is a little sad, unfortunately. So
yeah.
If you're there, definitely 100% go do it because it's absolutely worth it. So, but yeah, as you guys can tell already, though, we absolutely love the game. For me personally, definitely my current game of the year. The only thing that could potentially take that away, even though it's a completely different genre, a completely different game, and it's just more simply because I've loved this series for a long time, is if the Metroid Prime 4 game comes out this year, which I'm still 50-50 on. I know it's been shown a lot, especially with Switch 2 and everything, but if they nail a Metroid Prime 4, then that could probably be a good fighting contender right there for Expedition. But regardless, like if you have not played this game, go play it. It is worth the $50. Just go buy it, go support the team and everything. Absolutely 100% worth it. It's funny. I've been seeing a lot of people saying like, oh, this is, getting people to go out and buy other smaller games and everything. And I'm just like, okay, here's one game that we've talked about on the channel before, which unfortunately a lot of people will not pick up just based on who published it. But the Prince of Persia game from last year, just go play that game. It is that good. You can find it on sale for like $15. It might even be on PlayStation Plus. I don't know about Game Pass. Just go play it. It is 100% worth it. It is absolutely worth it. So, especially if you're somebody who doesn't want to go pay, the $80 that we're getting for some games now, like this is your chance. Go support those smaller games and everything. 100% worth it. So, but yeah, let us know your thoughts below in the comments, guys. If you happen to be watching this later on as a video format, what are your thoughts on Expedition 33? Who's your favorite characters? What were your favorite story points? Did you enjoy the combat? Are you a dodger or are you a parrier? These are the important questions we need to be asking ourselves. Me personally, I parried as much as I personally could, and less dodging absolutely made more sense. Looking at you, Paintress. Lemon, I know you're a dodger, so...
Nope, parry.
Oh, you're a parrier. Okay, I always thought you were a dodger, but okay. But yeah, regardless though, it's very fun. And I will say, obviously, to the people, just kind of wrap up the video here. Is this a turn-based RPG? Obviously, yes, duh. But it is not a more traditional turn-based RPG. It is its own unique thing, taking elements from things like Mario RPG, Mario and Luigi Brothers, the other RPG games like that, mixing it with obviously turn-based combat and everything. But if you're expecting this to be press attack, wait for the other opponent to attack you, and just do it that way, 9 times out of 10, I guess technically you could play the game that way. That'd be an interesting run, but you'd really have to delve deep into the Picto system and all of that stuff. But a lot of the moves though from that are expecting you to do some form of parrying or dodging and everything. I mean, I'm pretty sure 30 or 40% of the Pictos are literally like, for every perfect dodge, get +1 AP. For every parry, get 5% health and all that kind of stuff. So definitely interesting. But regardless, let us know your thoughts down below though. And as always, I'm in town with Direct Gaming, joined again here by Lemon, and you guys enjoyed, and again, let us know your thoughts down below in the comments. What else I want to talk about? All right, why don't we get Mario Kart all booted up?
Yep.
And I will say my favorite song in the game, I know we talked about music a little bit, is definitely the boss music that's going on right here at the very beginning.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna hang on. Let me increase the volume real quick because I want to show people who I'll put it up to about decibels. Hopefully it's not too loud. I can adjust it later. But from the moment Raynor hits his cane on the ground and it changes until the battle starts.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so, and I know the entire song is absolutely amazing, but let's see, from right here, starting right here. You're just. And then I especially love this part right here after he changes. I love all the characters getting their little like normal introductions that if you're going into a normal battle, like you have Lune flying in, you have Versa, whipping his sword out and everything. CL spinning her scythe around. It's just like, all right, let's do this, bitches. We're going to the final battle. Absolutely.
Yeah, the OST is pretty banging.
It is. And again, if it doesn't win it, I'm gonna riot. So.
The problem is we don't know what the end of the year holds at this point, really. With GTA getting pushed back, I feel like we're gonna see a lot of announcements the next week or two.
This upcoming. Well, remember, technically next week. Next Friday is the
Summer
Games Fest, right?
Jeff Keighley's E3.
Right, exactly. So that is going to be.
We're gonna see a lot of shit coming out.
Yeah, and I guarantee you, we're gonna see a ton of release dates. So. Because it kind of started with the what was it, Ghost of Yote, and we're just like, whoa, okay, we saw that release date now, but then after that it's just like, oh.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to Ghost of Yote, don't get me wrong. I just don't think it's gonna best Clair Obscur. I just hope
recency bias doesn't affect it. I feel like that always happens every year.
Maybe. Like, the problem is there is a kind of bias towards the underdog. Everyone loves a good underdog story, and I feel like that's gonna carry Clair Obscur pretty far.
I hope so. I really hope it does.
I think as a developer, I think they're golden. I don't think, even if they don't win the awards, they get snubbed in every category. I don't think it's really going to matter. They are rock stars at this point. They're riding the same wave that, say, Toby Fox did with Undertale. Like, they're not going to have any issues as a developer for a very long time, if ever. Which is good. At the end of the day, I really don't. It's from a guy who wants more good games. As a consumer of quality, I'm not concerned. I don't really need them to win awards because they got what they need, which is people buying their games, lots of money. People with money to fund their future games also saw that, which is for me the real kicker. I just want them to make more games.
Yeah, that too. And again, we mentioned it earlier on, like, make a sequel, make a prequel, whatever, make a completely new game. I don't care. Like, I'm ready to see what this team can do next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
all I can say, basically.
Yep. Quite a lot of talent.
There is definitely a lot.
And it anecdotal, and it's really kind of almost tangential to Clair Obscur, but like I find myself playing a lot more indie games. A lot of smaller games. I'm playing the big AAAs, but for the most part, a lot of my favorite games the last few years have been indie games.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see it. Yeah, like you said, it's doing it. I personally have found myself doing a mix of three things. I've done the indie games and call them AA games that have come out. I still do obviously some of the big AAA games, especially depending on which ones they are. But then just going back also and playing older games, be it 5-10 years old that I have on, my backlog, whether it's on Steam or PlayStation and everything. Like, I'm unfortunately going back and playing certain games from like the N64 days or anything like that, unless you're really into doing some of that stuff on your PC. You know, I can't go back and play all those games and everything, but I love going back and just playing older games and everything like that.
So Tal, I got a confession to make.
Oh boy.
One of the biggest boons for me about the Switch 2, one thing I'm really excited about, GameCube games.
Yep.
I really want to go play that Pokemon Coliseum too. I never played it as a kid, and I really wanted it, but I just don't have the money for it, and now I can finally play it.
And there you go.
But Lemon, you could use the internet and surf the high seas. But like,
surf
this is
the high
easier.
seas, damn it. Do it.
This is easier though. Give me convenience or give me death, man. I'm American. I don't really want to play that badly, but I'm pretty pumped about it. I'm also hoping that we already got Wind Waker is a guaranteed shoe-in. I hope we're gonna see Twilight Princess again because I kind of want to play that one again.
And I really want to see. I really want Twilight Princess to show up. I mean, personally, I would love to see the HD come over from Wii U, but I mean, I'll take it on the whole GameCube thing. I'll take it. I just want to play Twilight Princess again.
Yeah, it's funny. I have both Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD versions. For whatever reason, I don't really remember playing Twilight Princess again when I got it. I got the amiibo. I remember using it for both the two Switch Zeldas. I don't really remember playing it very much. The Wii U version of Twilight Princess, where I played the crap out of Wind Waker, and I hope this doesn't offend too many people, but man, that game did not live up to what my memory of it was. Because Wind Waker was kind of my first Zelda. I mean, technically Majora's Mask was my first Zelda, but Wind Waker was the first Zelda I understood.
Makes sense.
I was a little bit too young for Majora's Mask. I'll admit, Majora's Mask as a Zelda game is probably the most complex. Like, it's not very intuitive. Whereas Wind Waker was. Wind Waker is quite intuitive. But yeah, no, I'm literally looking forward to the GameCube for some reason.
I mean, I think also, maybe it's just our generation thing, but despite it not being the most popular system and everything, GameCube was pretty big back in our day. I mean, GameCube was actually, funny enough, the very first console I ever bought myself. I had mostly handhelds. I had Game Boy Color. I had the Game Boy. It was SP, I think. Was the
was it the foldable?
Yeah, the foldable one.
GBA?
It literally looked like like one of those
SP.
the SP.
Yep, SP.
And then I got the GameCube, and the GameCube was my first console. Playing Mario Kart Double Dash, which, God, I love Double Dash.
I would love a Double Dash.
Can we? Yeah, where's the Double Dash mode in World game? Like that one, I like. Again, people
some
debate.
Online.
Yeah, like
maybe.
Again, you put your money. Spend your money where you want. You don't like $80 games and all that stuff. I definitely am not the biggest fan of it. But again, it's not just simply because of, inflation and prices going up. Like, the pay has not gone up. There's other reasons to it. But anyway, this game too political for video games apparently. So even though anyway, regardless, if we found out like on release day, or which funny enough is in 5 days, if there was a Double Dash mode in World, or later on they've released something like that, yeah, I'd spend $80 on that game right there. Double Dash was the best. I don't care what anyone says.
Dash was good.
Throwing giant Bowser shells and dropping giant bananas while going down maps. Oh God, it was a heck of a time.
I just loved being like team up in the same cart and like coordinating and stuff.
Oh, okay, so get this.
That's
like
really
my sister was never huge into video games and everything, but that was one of the few games we would play together. I had 2 GameCube controllers, and keep in mind, we didn't have online in the GameCube back then, so it was literally just versus the CPUs, and we played that for hours together. So
yeah,
it was
it was good. It was good. All right, before we start races, I got the break because I'm not gonna get one.
You're not gonna get one. You're not gonna get one.
It's the Mario Kart.
Right. Oh no. Oh no. Are we even gonna get to play Mario Kart? Oh no. I do have Wi-Fi's on. Okay. Oh no, are we even able to play? The big question. Okay, we're spectating. Woo. I'm like, Nintendo, you killed your servers a week before Mario Kart World comes out? Are you kidding me right now? But no. Not bad, not bad. Okay. All right, what are they on? Wrap 2, short course? Okay, we should be fine then.
All right, back. Can you hear my fan?
Nope, can't hear it at all.
Excellent, because I was burning up.
Good thing, you missed it, right? So right as you left, I was like, okay, let me find a match, most likely spectate and everything. First 5 seconds of picking my character, can't connect with other consoles and everything. I was just like, oh crap, did they kill the servers already? Like, you can't even play Mario Kart a week before World comes out?
Soon.
Like, Nintendo, I get it. You want to make people go and play your, new game and buy your new console and everything, but even you admitted you're low on specs or in terms of, all the actually having everything.
Oh,
so,
unable to connect to other consoles. Please try again later. Oh,
he's getting it right now.
Good.
That's not good.
Yeah.
There is a spot open, so if you hurry in, you might.
Yeah, I'm trying to join.
I did find it interesting to find out that that World has been in development for like 8 years, technically.
Come on, let me join.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's only 10 people in here. Did it let
God, you son of a bitch! No.
Oh, you spectating?
He's giving me errors. No, he just keeps giving me errors.
Errors.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Typical freaking Nintendo.
Yep. Mondays, isn't it, people?
Oh, come on!
There's even 2 spots open right now. There's literally a guy, and his name literally says, "Come on."
Come on!
Come on!
Come on!
I haven't played Mario Kart in like a month. Let's see how bad I am.
You have a DLC card, you'll be fine. Jesus.
No
Christ.
DLC card in the next game. What am I gonna do?
I know. It does again. I'm just gonna restart my Switch. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, you might have to.
Yeah, just did it again.
All right, reset everything and then.
Yeah, I'm gonna restart. I have to remember how to reset my Switch though.
But you have to hold down the power button on top of the Switch, and then it.
That's what it was. Yeah, you have to hold it down.
Yeah, it's not in the menu or anything. Like, you have to physically hold it down on the power button.
Yep. Power option. Let's restart. Typical Nintendo Online.
Ow. On the snack on the way, I thought this race would go.
Were you losing?
I was in like 3rd place, and then I got knocked down in the 9th. So. And as you know, when you have other players online, it can be crazy sometimes. Star power coming in
clutch. In
clutch.
24.
You know, I'm looking forward. I hope it plays out well. I'm looking forward to that little elimination mode where you go like on 4 tracks or whatever, and if you're not in a certain place at the finish line, then you're out, and then the race continues. I hope.
I'm looking forward to the whole game, honestly.
That too. Oh yeah, that too. But like that mode for like online shenanigans, like I'm looking forward to that.
All right, after this race, ditch and join a different one. I still can't connect to you.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. I will.
I'm wondering if like there's someone in your party. Like I just don't know why it would do this to me though. Like I'm online. I'm talking to you. I'm watching the stream. Like it's not a network issue. I don't think.
Yeah, the race is about over. Hang on. I did terrible.
Yeah, no. All good.
Oh. This is my warm-up match. You always do terrible in your warm-up match. Okay. First off, let me see if you're even showing up online on Nintendo.
Good call.
Because that happened. Remember when that kept happening with me?
Yep. Okay, so you show up online for me.
Oh, I should not have clicked. I've clicked on the wrong one. Hang on 1 second. Yes, I agree. That was from my Japanese account. Why that got updated. But okay. Don't be a meanie online. All right, according to this. Yeah, you're online. Okay, so you are online. Okay.
Okay.
So back into the game. Okay, this is brand new here. Okay, connecting. Okay, and I'm showing up online for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, worldwide characters. Okay, go ahead now. If it doesn't, then we'll have you do it, and I'll join you.
So it still doesn't show up you in a.
I'm still searching right now. Now it says please wait.
Nope, not. I can join you.
Okay. I won't select the map yet until I know you're, because there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. There's 9 people in here right now.
Oh, thank God, I'm in.
Okay, cool. All right.
That reminds me of like the back in the days when I was living at my parents' house when it was shitty internet, and it was always like you had to, because I'm not sure what it was, if it was the router, the modem, whatever it was. We had like it was. There's the three types. It's not NAT. No, it is NAT.
No, it is NAT. Yeah.
So like so there's NAT 2 and then NAT 3. So we'd always run NAT 3. We couldn't join anyone and stuff. It sucked. It was terrible. Xbox Live was peer-to-peer, and you could not deal with NAT 3, and it was not great. And I was like instantly in flashbacks to that. It's like, no, come on. I'm paying out the ass for this internet. I have a $300 router. Come on, this is bullshit.
Oh God, I'm not gonna. The one thing I'm really looking forward to when it comes to World is not having to play some of these maps anymore. I am
they're DLC tracks.
ready to leave these in the past finally. Even though technically these were way in the past and then brought in later.
Yeah, this is a Super Nintendo track.
I am interested. I want to know what they're gonna do. Are they gonna do like more islands in World? And if they bring back old maps, it'll be like, oh yeah, the classic era map or whatever. Is that what they're gonna do, or like?
I mean, I'm still of the opinion that like online, they're not gonna do this whole like racing to the next track thing. I think that's
that's Grand Prix only. That's Grand Prix only.
Okay,
the whole racing to the next track thing, that's Grand Prix stuff, which is just a single player.
So what do you mean islands then?
So if you look at the map that they released showing everything, a couple of the areas are connected by a bridge, which technically could be called islands. But there's also, funny enough, at the edge of the maps, there are some extra little spaces of water that you could easily put like an island there, make a bridge, and it connects to the new maps and everything, essentially, right? Because
Yeah,
you know they're
gotcha.
gonna most likely support this game for quite a while. I mean, God, 8
Yeah.
was supported for who knows how long.
Mm-hmm.
So, and especially if they want to try and break that record of what 75 million units sold.
I mean, day one, I'm gonna buy their map pack. Like I love these games
both you and I
goddamn
bought.
much.
Well, yeah, both you and I bought this game's map pack of the multiple. Yeah, so
We didn't need to even do that.
no, we
It's
did. Yeah,
free.
that's the thing. Because the only you needed is if you want
Just
to play
because
online.
I really want to play these. Oh, 7th. Yeah, you don't to play online. You don't need the map pack. I did anyway, so I played through in Grand Prix. That's how much I enjoy this game.
Oh.
This is comfort food. I love me some Mario Kart.
Except for 200cc, that stuff can go die in the hole.
Yeah, it's trash. It's muff cabbage. I don't like it. No bueno. Get out of here.
Oh, bueno.
No bueno. Get out of here. No one like that shit. Nope. Not me, not anyone. No good. No good. No, but I'm looking forward to my Switch. So far, my pre-orders have not been canceled yet.
The closer we get to release, the more stories keep coming out, and I'm like, crap, god damn it.
I am mildly bummed though that they effectively bricked the console before launch. Which I get it. Nintendo wants to do what they want to do, but I don't know.
I have
really
a
just wanna see all
feeling.
the
I have a
crazy shit.
feeling after the first round of consoles so once they're all sold and everything, and because the next batch are most likely being made right now in whatever warehouse, right? I would not be surprised if those do not require the update because the update we built into it already. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Hope.
Yeah. So because what would be so if that's the case, then I get why they did this. It sucks for those who don't have internet or don't have the greatest internet. And I'm sure the servers are going to be absolute garbage.
I was gonna say, I really hope Mario Kart's pre-installed on my Switch too, because
I don't think it is because they give you a code. If I remember correctly, it just comes with a code and you have to download it.
Then I'm not playing Mario Kart World for a couple days.
Yeah.
Because those servers are gonna buckle hard.
Oh, easily.
This is not Microsoft. This is not Sony.
Yep.
They don't know how to do servers.
Yeah. Unless one of those rumors was true about bringing someone on from one of those teams, I think it was Xbox, to actually help with their online. Yeah, no, it's
I would hope that Nintendo have the good sense to go on AWS or Azure.
Yeah.
But it's also Nintendo.
It's a Nintendo.
So they do have things. I mean, shit. Make your own goddamn data center in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. I don't care. Just make sure I can play my Mario Kart on day one. Is all I want.
I can't even play day
First
one.
world problems. I know.
It's gonna be based on whatever you say. Yeah, it's gonna be.
I was gonna say I apologize. It's gonna be a bit.
Nah, that's fine. It's actually okay because because so what? It's next week is when it comes out. So assuming you get it within the first actual time.
Well, so here's the thing. So Wally World, Walmart's doing it day of. They're gonna ship it, overnight it, pretty much have a poor Uber driver guy deliver it to your house on the day. That was like what they were saying they're gonna do. Target, it's whenever they goddamn feel like it.
Yep,
it's the problem.
Yep.
I looked on my Target app when you sent me that very scary message earlier today. They're saying the 10th of June is when they think they're going to get to my house.
Okay, so it is.
Yeah, it was guaranteed to be later than day of. Like they even said it when I bought it, when I pre-ordered it. It's going to be so. Again, I apologize. It's going to be a bit later.
June's a busy month, so it's fine coming in a couple weeks late. It's totally fine.
On top of however long it takes for USPS. So
well, it really depends because if it leaves the States fast enough, then I actually get it earlier than what they always tell me I'm actually going to get it. But if it sits in the US for a while, then that's when it's slow. Anytime I even order anything US Amazon wise, like it'll say, okay, it's going to come like 2.5 weeks late, from the moment you order this. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's fine. when I order stuff from US Amazon, I don't need it right away. It's just like
Yep.
I'm gonna
It's a
need
fire
it when
and
it
forget
gets
kind
there.
of thing.
Right.
Yep.
And the next thing you know,
Excite
I get a
Bike.
message on my phone saying, "Hey, your package is arriving tomorrow." And I'm like, I haven't ordered a package in like a week or something like that.
Dude, been there, done that.
Yep. And the next thing you know, it shows up and I'm like, oh, this is my stuff from the States. Like, why did it show up so fast? Because the moment it crosses over into Japan, Japan's like, F trying to wait until that moment. We're just going to deliver it for you. And boom, Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, there's actually some rationality over there.
Yep. And I just realized we're on Excite Bike. We haven't played, I feel like we haven't done Excite Bike in forever.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I am pumped. Dun, 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 dun.
I hope they make an Excite Bike like Easter egg type of track or something, or maybe just a section of the open world in Mario Kart World. That'd be kind of cool.
Drag race.
Drag racing. Let's do it.
In the middle of the desert.
I mean, that would be the perfect spot to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like seeing someone in front of me with a boomerang because I know they can throw it backwards at me.
So I was watching, quick preamble. I obviously have a YouTube account and I have premium on it, but on my work computer I don't sign into my Google just because I don't know, it's just bad form if you ask me. Mm-hmm. I don't want my work computer knowing about my Google. Not that there's anything to hide, but it just feels weird. So I don't have YouTube signed in on there, but I do watch a lot of YouTube on my work computer. Mm-hmm. And one of the things they recommended was to watch some previews of Mario Kart World, and it was like the previews from when they first announced the console.
Oh, and those aren't really like true previews or anything then.
Okay, fine. It's not true preview then.
Anyway, continue.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. No, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I kind of forgot where I was going with that.
I don't know. Their work computer recommended you to watch it, and then.
And how cool it looked, and the grinding looks kind of cool.
The whole grinding trick system thing? Yeah.
Man, what was I gonna say? God damn it. See, I can't think and play Mario Kart at the same time. This game kind of takes up my whole brain. It's kind of chaotic, especially online, because my god, it's the third fucking lap. Why should not have to fight this hard?
I got first place, surprisingly. I'm actually shocked
oh
about
my
that.
god, fuck off. Fuck you. 8th place, man. DLC cart. Dude, there's so many Yoshis.
I know, there's so many Yoshis. It's interesting that you won't be able to customize your cart or anything. Like, you just pick the cart that you want.
So I don't know about that. I'll see how that plays out, because I don't know.
I agree with that.
On one hand, I would like everyone to play the same, so I can choose whatever character I think is coolest. Roughly, there's still light, medium, and heavy. But
yeah, there's light, medium, heavy characters, and all the different carts have different stats to them, but you can't customize the wheels on the body or this or that.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm fine with that. I mean, yeah, it's laser because you can't customize the cart to your liking, but I mean, there's so many freaking characters now. I'm sure there's just as many flipping carts.
Like, you have a freaking cow as one of the characters, so I mean.
And that's gonna be day one for me. I'm gonna be a cow main.
You and the rest of the internet.
Exactly. I was gonna say, like, I don't know if I'll be the cow guy if everyone's the cow guy. Like, I like to pretend I'm a little bit unique. As a hipster, I like to pretend I'm unique. But no, I'm super looking forward to. So you're gonna buy any other games on Switch? Like, what Switch 2 games are you looking forward to that have been announced now outside of Mario Kart?
Well, Prime 4, obviously. That's a big one.
Okay, so games that are going to be out within the next 1 or 2 months.
Okay, 1 or 2 months. Definitely Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Okay.
I want to support a small game like that. Call it small.
Game.
We don't actually know if it's, whatever. So I want to play that. There's this $15 kind of like, almost like a Captain Falcon game, but it's all, kind of the racing.
Yeah, I know exactly which game you're talking about.
I can't remember the name of it.
The developer only puts like 1 or 2 games out. It's like they put a Switch like launch title out.
Yeah.
It was a racing game. Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
So my Switch 2 library is about to be racing games, like 70% racing games.
Yeah, but that's launch games in general, because like when 360 came out, it was like a couple launch racing games. PS3 same way.
Yep.
I think there was a couple on Switch. Maybe not.
I can't remember.
PS4,
all I
PS5.
do miss what racing game I do miss from the PS3 era was Pure. Oh, I love that game.
Pure.
Yeah,
That was a deep
yeah.
cut.
Thank you. You actually know what I'm talking about. I love it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
No,
I love
I remember
Pure.
I remember it came out because if it's the game I'm thinking of, that was
Quad bikes.
Oh my god, I was thinking of a different game. Pure. I know exactly what game you're talking about. The quads. Yeah.
Yeah.
That game came out. That was a pretty cool game. I didn't play it very often.
I think that was the very first
was
game
fun,
I
though.
actually platinumed.
No.
I think
Really?
it was, yeah. I'd have to go back and look at my trophy
Oh.
list, but I think that was the very first game I ever platinumed.
No, wait. Are you sure about that?
And maybe I'd have to
That
look.
was the first one.
I think because remember, trophies
Okay.
were not a requirement when the PS3 originally came
no,
out.
I remember that, but I feel like I was surprised it wasn't something like Uncharted maybe
Nope.
or
Nope, definitely not Uncharted 1. I never platinumed Uncharted 1.
well, that game's hard as balls because the platinum
Yeah.
for that you actually have to play on like hard difficulty and like
Yeah, I
normal
did platinum. I
difficulty's
platinumed
hard as
Uncharted
balls.
2. I platinumed Uncharted 2. Know that.
wait, so Pure, not Burnout Paradise?
No, that I platinumed a little bit later, if I remember correctly, because you had all the DLC stuff going on with that game, and
Yeah.
and for some reason with that particular game, if you did certain things in the open world that could go towards that trophy, it wouldn't unlock because it was part of the DLC for some reason. They eventually fixed it, but that it wasn't unlocking certain trophies. And I remember there was this one like early game trophy that like because it was like a year or something like that after it came out. So I had the PlayStation app on my phone, so let me
Good luck finding that.
yeah, I know
'cause
it's gonna be a hassle, but let me see if I can find it.
the PS app. Well, actually, wait, I got something better for you. Wait, figure it out that quick. I'll send you a message for it. There's a website I've been going to as of late because I have kind of fallen into a bit of a rabbit hole. I've really enjoyed watching platinum game challenges. Not platinum games isn't, but like
Yeah,
you getting
like
the platinum games
platinum
on
game,
YouTube. Well, there's like challenges like how many platinums I can get in a month. I've really enjoyed those as background videos. They're the best.
Mhm.
Super fun to watch. But it has sent me to a website called PSN Profiles. That is super solid. All right, let's see.
Oh, never mind. Pure was not the first game I platinumed. It was the first. It was the first game that I bought for the system. But my first.
Oh, because you haven't set yours to open. That's why.
The first.
I can't look at your profile.
According to this, the first game I platinum was the that Prince of Persia game, from the watercolored one.
Yeah, that one. Okay.
Yep.
That
and
makes
then
sense. You
after
really
that,
hyped that game up.
I loved it. Yeah, I mean the combat was whatever, but I loved the setting and everything. And then the one after that was Infamous. That was the second platinum I ever got.
Yeah, let me see Infamous.
Oh,
Such a good
dude,
game.
I'm so sad it's still stuck behind the PS3.
You know, it kind of needs a port.
It does.
Kind of needs a port to
It does.
PS4,
It
PS5.
100%. It 100% needs one.
Drop that collection, Sony. Come on, it's free money.
Yeah, you have a bunch
It's
of
free
your
real
live
estate.
service teams not doing anything.
Just go ask those devs on Naughty Dog. They keep re-releasing Last of Us. Hey,
Yeah.
re-release different game.
Yeah.
Re-release Infamous.
I you know what? I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. They need to just go over there and be like, look, we know you have your side staff that are doing all the re-releases and everything.
Yeah.
You just re-released.
They know how to re-release games.
You know,
They how to do
exactly.
it.
You
They're
guys are
experts.
pros at re-releasing games.
Yeah.
Here's Infamous.
Yeah, release Infamous. All of them. Like, Bang Games. Then
1, 2, and the
Festival of Blood.
Yep, the Blood DLC from 2. Yep.
Yeah, and then oh god, what was the one from Second Son? Second
But
Son?
Second Son's on PS4 though, so you can just play that.
Sure, but I'm saying a collection. They're gonna re-release this stuff. Make a collection.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, that's true. But
After-
definitely,
well, actually, take it
definitely
back.
1 and 2. Definitely 1 and 2.
If they can do this after they give me my PlayStation 2 and PS3 God of War. Por favor. Thank you very much. I need my Greek God of War. Damn it.
I do wonder how those hold up.
The God of Wars.
Yeah, the God of Wars.
One was So I played 2, then I played 1. 1 didn't hold up even back then.
Yeah, one would definitely did not hold up.
1 did not hold up at all.
2 I really liked, mostly for the story though.
Which cracks me because that was the one David Jaffe did. And he's still cocky about that game.
Yep. 3 was just super short. Was it like a 5-hour game?
4 or 5. I remember buying it day when it came out, and I went to. So I just had gotten glasses too, because it turns out staring at computers all is bad for your eyesight. Go figure. So I just gotten glasses even back then. I should go back and get more an updated prescription because that's about 15 odd years ago. I remember getting that. I went to this pizza place, visit my mom, during the workday. I was in college, and I just went to GameStop to go pick up God of War 3, and they had released like an EP of like this an EP of like metal bands doing songs about God of War. Man, that was a time. That was I don't know. It was something else, something that doesn't really exist anymore. Rather nostalgic for those early 2010s.
What was that link that you were gonna send me about the trophy stuff?
Oh, I was gonna say PSN profiles, but the problem is you have to go in and open your profiles, let your PSN account up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this website, a third-party website. What it does, it will scan your
Account.
PSN account, but you have to effectively. There's a privacy thing on your PlayStation that says don't show anyone your trophies.
Oh, I think I've seen that. I had to go see that. You had to go.
Yeah. So I tried looking up your profile, but it won't let me. So I'm guessing that's the reason.
Probably, yeah. I barely touch those settings, so.
Yeah, the only reason I even looked at them was because PSN profiles, which is a great website. If you want to get back into trophy hunting, doing all that stuff again, that's the website to use because it shows you really interesting breakdowns, like easy trophies, bad trophies. They host guides and stuff.
All right, well, send me the link after the race, and I'll take a look at it later on.
It's a fun website if you're into trophy hunting.
I don't think I've actually really trophy hunted since old college days.
I mean, it's fun just to get them, as something to do. Like,
well, it's funny because between when I got my PS4 in 2016 is when I got my PS4. Like, I think I platinumed maybe 2 games at the entire time I had my PS4. I just didn't really do it. And then PS5, the first game I platinumed on PS5 was, I think Ragnarok was the first game I platinumed on PS5. And then after that,
wasn't Tsushima?
No, I never platinumed Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
oh,
I need like 1 or 2 more trophies.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Yeah. And then I platinumed the Prince of Persia game because I just love playing that game. And then by the time I finished it, right. I was at 90%. I was just like, oh, I might as well just platinum the game. Okay, I'll take it.
Man, I'm just doing terrible tonight. Jesus Christ.
Ooh, baby. Yeah, that was not a good race for you.
No, it's been consistent. My brother's playing Night Rain.
Oh, how's that go? That sold like 2 million copies or something like that within the first 24 hours. It's still technically in early access because it was the like play early version.
Well, he didn't finish Elden Ring, so I don't care what his opinion is. No, Night Rain's not for me, full stop. When I played Elden Ring, I got through it because I was able to kind of grind out levels, play at my own pace, that kind of thing. Night Rain is like, hey, you better fucking bum rush through this goddamn level or you're gonna die to the edges of the map. a la Fortnite or PUBG.
Oh man,
Holy
remember
shit, you were
when we
just
actually
here.
tried PUBG?
Yeah, I remember that. You closed the door in my face and I died.
I remember that. Yeah, that was so
That was a
long
great.
ago.
That was a great game. That was fun.
And then I don't think we ever picked up the game after that.
No, I think that was the last time, and that was with the open lobbies.
Yep.
Where I was like, "Yeah, you're trying number one."
I remember that.
Ah, yep. It gave me nostalgic vibes for the Call of Duty lobbies of the 360 era. Which I guess, according to all you guys, I'm a weirdo for, but I'm nostalgic for it.
I mean, you are a weirdo for wanting to listen to those, 10-year-old kids call you your mom jokes.
It
and
wasn't
everything.
that. It was just the cacophony of how ridiculous it all was. I learned all kinds of new slurs. Let me tell you, on Xbox Live, on Xbox and 360, like I learned a lot.
Yeah, like that. A lot of people are saying they're gonna come into your house and find you, and then they never show up.
Yeah. Turns out back in those days, that's what you did. Man, it was crazy. It was absolutely
crazy times back then, folks.
Man, it was batshit crazy. Loved every goddamn second of it. As an adult, I probably wouldn't. But as a kid, I loved it.
You're safe inside your house on the couch playing video games.
There's been many a time where like people drive to my parents' house. Mind you, my parents are like in the boonies, right? In the woods. People should be driving up to my driveway at like, 10 o'clock at night. That's bad news. That's bad news.
Well, they're lost half the time, aren't they?
Yeah, there's a couple times where like we'd run up to my bedroom because my bedroom is like overlooking my parents' driveway, and my brother would sit there and stare. Who the fuck is on our driveway? Who the hell is that? And at the time, I don't think either my brother or I was dry had our license or anything, but I feel like there was a time where like maybe my brother didn't have his license at the time because had what was my Camry at the time. Not the time, but turn it into my Camry when I got my license. This guy drove up in this shitty old Toyota pickup, parked in our driveway. Again, 10 o'clock at night. Got out of his truck, started looking around, and actually took a peek into that Camry, and drove off. Now, as a kid, and probably I should probably more like a teenager. I was like, oh, I just gotta watch this. As an adult, you know what I would have done? I would have got the key fob out and clicked it. Locked the doors to scare the shit out of the guy. Just see what he would do. See, that's the problem. I would love to have done that. Because as an adult, I also have baseball bats and stuff in my bedroom because I know how things have gotten in the US. I'm not packing traditional heat, but I can defend myself now. But yeah, no, and having moved into a neighborhood now, it's like I just don't park my car out on the street. I just park in the garage. No one else does that, so I'm sure all kinds of transients are taking a peek inside, see if they can see any money out in the open.
I definitely want a garage for my future house, or at least the equivalent of what you get here in Japan from most places.
No, man, it's good for your car.
It is too. Yeah,
good for longer.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I want it. So like, I'm not afraid that someone's gonna steal.
Not there, probably.
Not here.
No, it's good because it keeps the rain damage, well, not rain damage, the rain stains off your car paint windows.
Or snow, things like that. So
yeah, that too. I don't know what's like to scrape snow because I've been fortunate enough to have a garage my whole life.
We had to do it for a while. I don't know if you remember it. Do we even know each other when we still had the car? The blue station wagon that we had. I don't know if you ever saw that car.
I know you guys had a number of Volvos.
So we had a blue Volvo and a red Volvo. The red one is the one I learned to drive on. Blue was actually a stick shift.
Wait, then what was the black one?
Black one, yeah, that was a while ago. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So it went blue, red, black, and then we finally went into. Or sorry. No. Hang on. It went blue, red, a red Saturn, which ended up in the bottom of a river. If you remember that story.
Oh no, I don't. I remember. Sorry, I remember. So okay, then I don't remember that Saturn then.
Yeah, and then
because for some reason I thought that was your dad.
Because the Saturn was up until I had my because the story was, I had my driver's ed book in the back of the car, and
I remember that part. Yeah. Yep.
So there was that car. Then there was the black Volvo after that. And
I remember the black Volvo and the red Volvo.
The red Volvo was still around during that time, so we had the red and the black one together.
Yeah.
And then after the black, but then the black Volvo they had bought it from a couple back in New York somewhere, I think, or Boston. And
so probably like rusted undercarriage then.
Yeah, it had saltwater damage after a while, due to
not salt water, just salt damage.
The salt damage,
they used huge amounts of salt back east. Yeah.
Yep. So then sold that car, and then got the Subaru that they had for a while, the white one.
Yep, I remember that one.
Yep. And then after that,
driving that Beamer.
Yep. And then after that, Dad got a BMW, blue one that he has, and then my mom got a white BMW, and they sold the Subaru to my sister. So.
Yep, now I'm all caught up now because honestly, I know the Beamers that you guys have now. Your parents have.
Yep. So, and I will admit, driving that blue BMW is way better than the white one, even though the white one's technically the newer model.
Refresh me. The blue one is a sedan, right? Because I feel like I don't know the blue one very well. I know the white one because I've seen it a lot.
I'd have to ask my dad exactly which one. I want to say yes though.
Is it an SUV or is it a car?
I think it's a car.
Yeah, that's why it drives better.
Yep.
So, first world problems again on my part. About 2-ish years ago, I just finished my car loan on my Accord, and the head unit on it. So, motherfucking piece of shit. It's too early. So with modern cars, you can't replace the stereo on them anymore. They're just built in. Like if I try to replace it, like it'd ruin the AC unit and stuff. Like it just doesn't. You can't do that anymore. Like you could in like 10 years ago. So effectively, when your head unit goes out, your stereo goes out, you have to replace the car, which sucks ass. Which otherwise I'd still have my Accord.
Wait, the car that you had when I was home last couple years ago?
No, that's my Acura.
Oh, okay.
So not the black sedan I had, but the blue. I'd switch over to the blue crossover.
Okay.
So that's the one you saw last, was the blue crossover. Right, that was my Acura. So the reason why I got that was because the head unit on my Accord just did not play nice with either Android Auto or Apple CarPlay.
I remember. Oh yeah, okay. Now I remember you saying that. Yeah. I remember that now.
And I was rolling down the freeway trying to figure that out while doing 75, trying to fight with people on the freeway.
Oh, nice.
Let me tell you, Washington freeways are rough, but not California rough.
They're not really that bad.
But you have to be aggressive or you will be cut off immensely.
Oh yeah, no, you have
all
to.
The time. Yep. So I was like, that's dangerous. So like, I'm gonna replace this car. Like I paid the car loan off, but I'm gonna get a crossover. I know, first world problems. I know. However, if that didn't happen, the Accord was a-okay. I was gonna buy a Corvette.
Oh wow.
But let me tell you, like, cars and SUVs drive immensely different. For the most part, you can send any kind of car into a corner pretty hard and you'll probably do fine. You probably won't tip it over. An SUV, you might tip it over. There's a very real chance of that. It will tip over. So do not go too hard on those corners. Is all I'm gonna say. But so now instead of getting a Corvette now, I'm gonna get a Corvette after I pay my car loan off and get a new house for another car installed.
Wait, have you found a place to move yet?
Well, so it's funny. I've been procrastinating hardcore on house hunting. Yeah, there is a development near my old elementary school that meaning to look at. Oh shit!
Wait,
Tallen's
old
turned back
elementary
to-
school, Vinland?
Yeah.
Wow, I haven't been up there in forever.
So there used to be all woods back there, and they cleared it out. And now there's a big development. There's been a development there for like the past year.
Mhm.
And I've been procrastinating doing all this because, man, I don't want to do house. It's not really how it's a house selling. Like buying a house was already enough of a bitch. Buying another house and then selling my current one sounds even worse because that's double the goddamn work. So, pardon my lacking of wanting to do that. However, I would love a bigger garage. I desperately want a bigger kitchen, and I just, I want another stall. My Corvette. I'm an old man now. I'm old. We're old. I don't have hair anymore. Well, I have hair on the sides of my head, not the top of my head. I'm old enough. I'm
you have
balding,
not.
all
You
right?
haven't gone full bald like I have.
It's easier just to buzz my head, not shave it. Come on, don't shame me.
Shaving's easy,
Jeez.
dude. Shaving's easy.
I want to stall some my Corvette because I went down to grandma's house today and I saw a gray C8 Corvette. Baby, those are cool class cars. They look like little Ferraris. I just love them. I love them.
No, just
Yes.
promise to give us a ride when we finally visit the States in like 3 years. And
The problem is it's a 2-seater only. So when you say we, you gotta take turns.
fine. Or my wife can just sit on my lap.
There you go, even better. We'll just stay away from the cops.
Yep, exactly. We know what the cops are. Maybe. Just don't go in the Bremerton.
Yeah, exactly. Lose my wheels.
Ran me out of a box item. Son of a...
These things happen. Hey, there's a doppelganger. There's another PD Piranha.
He must be an evil clone. Not letting go of this banana. Because I know the moment I do, I'm going to get pelted by like 5 items. I don't think he actually drove into the car on his screen, but on my screen, dude went straight in there.
Yeah, man, the netcode in this game is straight ass.
Oh, jeez. I mean, it's always been ass. That's the thing.
Regrettably.
Oh shit, I missed that item. Crap. Oh, I'm definitely screwed. I'm definitely screwed now. Yep, here come the long list of items trying to hit me.
So, have you heard anything more about Splitgate 2? Like, I didn't download the...
They had another
new
alpha
beta.
or beta, I think, that happened.
Did you hear anything about it, though? Because I
Nope,
haven't.
that's the thing. I didn't. Like, no one was talking about it. Actually, you know what I'm going to
Yep.
do? I am going to look up the Steam. How do I do in Steam? Hurts. Splitgate 2. Yeah, because it was last week, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
So the max it is it still is it still going on right now? Beta?
I think it's perpetually open now.
Okay.
As in, like, they're just gonna do the whole early
Players
access.
right now 9,000 all-time peak for this entire beta phase is 12,000 players. It's sitting at 63.8 in terms of reviews, 5K of them.
Mhm.
If I could find the original one we did.
I remember having some fun with it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but we had a lot of issues with it.
Oh, we definitely did.
Where's it go? Yeah, the alpha. Here it is. So the alpha hit. The alpha hit a all-time peak of 5,000.
Hmm.
So
It's doing good then.
It's it's done better. Yeah, it's not a Concorde, so
Yeah. I used to just start saying it's not a marathon.
oh god. Well, I mean, anyone who still thinks Bungie is the old Bungie.
No,
Yeah, I've got a little
stand by
surprise for you.
Yeah, Bungie hasn't been good since Halo Reach.
Yeah, pretty
Fight
much.
me.
Well, even when you go back and you watch those videos of Bungie back then, like they're not exactly like they're not all sunshine and rainbows. Like for all of Microsoft's faults, they kept them on the path. Who's to say we even would have gotten a Halo 2 or Reach or anything like that afterwards. But yeah, Splitgate Alpha was at 5,000, and then now the beta is at 12,000. Net positive of 7,000 players, and 9,000 of those are on right now. So, and that's only PC. There's no console beta to my knowledge right now. But we know it. But we know it will come out on console. It's just supposed to.
Well, I mean, there's a distinct lack of arena shooters, so
Got a shot. Yeah, just stole third place.
oof. From me, no, it was me.
Oh, was it your evil twin?
Mm-hmm. I'm having a trash all the night.
Yikes. You definitely are. All right, I got a couple more in me.
Hi, Capitan.
I gotta get that final boss guy. Clair video is doing decent now.
Yeah, boy.
Surprisingly putting in the no Mael in the team.
Dude. Disgusting.
Well, one thing I have to clarify with any of the guides that are after Act 2, because that's technically end game right there, is if it's a normal fight or if I'm one-shotting them, which I'm not one-shotting them. So, because at that point in the game, you can go around and get everything you need to start doing those one-shot builds. So,
Yep.
funny enough, I'm actually pretty close to platining in the game, but most of the trophies I need right now are like collecting all the journal entries, getting all of the feet, and then because I'm only missing one right now, and there's a couple other collectible ones, and I'm just like, oh god, I don't want to do those. Boring. Maybe once I get into Act 3 on my new Game Plus run, maybe I'll do it, but I'm not in a rush. I wonder if they're going to have any of the anti-gravity tracks or that feature world. 'Cause I know there's grinding and everything, but I don't think they do. haven't seen anything in the trailers.
No, ditto.
I wish they had contacted us for our reverse shell idea, the purple shell.
I wanted my goddamn purple shell, and I'm not gonna get it. It's a shame.
There's still hope
It's a
for
great
DLC.
idea. It's a great idea.
It is. It's a really good idea. I got blue shelled. Of course, I get blue shelled on
Your
the third
first
lap,
place.
and of course I get hit by that. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try and get you in first place then. Nope, never mind. I just get pelted by everything.
Second.
And Boo stole my bomb before I could get it off. Ninth. I went from first to ninth. That's Mario Kart for you.
Typical Mario Karty.
Yeah, that was not fun.
No, it never is. It never is.
Alrighty.
Rando.
Rando final race. Let's see if we can get a rando in here.
Dude, bad news. Multiverse officially closes down.
I
and is
saw that
delisted
this
today.
morning. Yeah, I did. I saw that this morning. I'm not really
I wish I
surprised.
could care,
I've never.
but
really...
I don't.
I tried the
Oh.
original beta when it came out, and then they shut it down,
It was
and then they
alright.
brought it back. I didn't even try it when they brought it back. I was just like,
A Concord developers commemorative release plaque is being auctioned at a Goodwill store.
I saw that. Yeah.
Bro.
Oh god, yeah. They're trying to sell for like $25,000 or $3,000, something like that. I mean, technically, yeah. If you held on to it long enough, you'd be like, "Look at this ancient piece of history." Sony's worst game ever, and technically worst game of the entire industry. It was only out for like 11 days or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. It was not long.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure Marathon might break the record. Because knowing, I don't know if this is true. It's a lot of rumor stuff right now. But I would love for Sony to be so petty with Bungie because they basically lied to them about the money and everything. And I had to deal with all those executives and now an art theft, scandal and everything. I would love for Sony to be so petty that they force the game out. It does terrible. They finally let off the all the higher management of Bungie, and then the Bungie higher ups try to sue them because they weren't able to let their stocks vest and everything. And then Sony can just be like, "We gave them all this time and money. They did jack shit." I would absolutely love to see that. I'm not gonna lie.
They deserve it.
They do. They 100% deserve it.
Come on, game. Seriously? I literally clipped through that item block.
Got a Yoshi on my ass. Leave me alone, Yoshi. No, Boo, how dare you steal my boombox thing. Oh, give me a shell or a banana just so I can protect my ass. Literally. Of course, here comes the blue shell. Banana ain't doing shit for that.
Nope.
Did I still get first place? First place, let's go, baby!
God damn it.
I see two PD
Ninth,
piranhas
man.
neck to neck.
Dude, it was not my night.
Hey, someone named themselves
Oh,
Night
shit.
Rain.
Like the boring game.
All right, unless we get a really good map, we'll call it here. Nope.
House Turnpike.
Nope, I'm already out.
God damn you. Coward.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for everyone that dropped by the stream. It was awesome chatting with you all. Make sure you check out the videos if you want to see us talk about other stuff. Got tons of guides. Covered Expedition 33. You got more guides coming out soon always. And we'll to see what Summer Game Fest has, because we will be live next week on Friday. Lemon, I hope you'll be joining us depending on the time when it starts. But the Summer Game Fest thing is going to be on Friday next week. So
I'm in then. Friday night. Shit, yeah, I'm in.
yeah, let's hope that we get some good announcements. Lots of release dates, because we don't have to deal with GTA 6 or anything like that. Here's hoping. Until next time, though,
Yep.
make sure you guys hit that like button. Follow us as always. Sub to the channel. Until next time, though.